Hey y'all, come on in the kitchen and have a seat at my table because today we're making Alfredo sauce from scratch. Yay! I know, right? So I know a lot of times it's easy for us to open up a can or a jar of Alfredo sauce, but what I really want us to start doing is actually making it. Once you see how simple it is to make, you will no longer buy Alfredo sauce out of the jar. You'll actually just start making it. Simple ingredients. We're gonna do heavy cream and Parmesan cheese. Really, literally, that's all it is. Now, there's some other steps we can take if you want to make a different kind of Alfredo sauce, but this is the basis of a quick and easy Alfredo sauce. Heavy cream and some Parmesan cheese. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I've already started, because this is my family's dinner for today, I've already started boiling some pasta noodles. So in this pot here, I just started boiling some bow tie pasta. Farfalle, if you want to be technical, but it's just bow tie. And the reason why it's called bow tie is because they look like little bow ties. Look, little bow ties. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have the pasta. It's gonna take a few minutes to get that going, 8 to 10 according to what the box says, and you can just do that according to the box. In this skillet here, we're gonna get started. Heavy cream. How much heavy cream? Because of the pasta that I'm making and because it's for my family for dinner, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the whole pint of heavy cream. Look at there. Now, watch close because it's not gonna take long for us to do this. All you're gonna do is stir this, and you want to stir it to reduce it, just to thicken it up a little bit. Now, if you say, well, Trey, this seems a little difficult. This can't be as simple as it is. I'm gonna tell you, you can start it off by using a roux. Now, on the ingredients list that I left, I had said use garlic and all this stuff. So if you're gonna make a garlic paste and you want your Alfredo sauce to be garlicky, then what you do is you start with some butter. You put some butter in here, you mix up your garlic, and you add, you make your garlic paste, like I've explained before. Your cutting board, the back of your knife, some coarse salt, and you paste up your garlic. You add that in here. You saute up your garlic a little bit so that it's not doesn't have that strong bite. And then you add your heavy cream, and you're just gonna stir it. Like I said, we're stirring this until it reduces just a little bit. And then what we'll do is we'll season it up with a little salt and a little pepper. I am going to add garlic powder to mine because I didn't have actual garlic to make the garlic paste, and I didn't want to make extra runs to the grocery store. So, showing you just that. So, again, if you are just wanting to make garlic Alfredo sauce, you start with a pat of butter, maybe 1.5 teaspoons or a half a teaspoon of butter. Add it to your skillet. Add your garlic paste, saute it up a little while for maybe 2-3 minutes. Get that fresh garlic bite out of it, and then you will add your heavy cream. Now, if you look into our pot, our cream is beginning to boil, and that is just fine. I'm just going to turn it down just a little bit, but we want it to thicken up just like so. This is probably the hardest process of making Alfredo sauce, is getting it to thicken up just a little bit. But as long as you're using the heavy cream, I don't suggest half and half. If you're going to use half and half, then you're going to have to start off by making a roux, which is with the garlic, you add some maybe a tablespoon of flour. So a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of flour, and cook that up. I don't normally use recipes, but I do know that I just get like a spoon, not like a real measuring spoon. I cut off a block of butter and throw it in, and then I take a spoon and scoop my flour into my butter, and then I just cook that for a couple minutes to get the flavor of the cook that rawness out of the flour. And then I also add some salt and pepper and whatever else I'm going to add to it. So look at this. I know you guys really can't tell how thick this is getting, but it really is thickening up some. Thickening up a lot, I should say, because I've had it boiling. I think I turned it down a little bit too much, so let's turn that back up. My pasta's going, and I have some shredded Parmesan cheese that we'll use. And then I always believe that you gotta have something behind the note, behind the flavor of all of the Parmesan, the Alfredo sauce. So what I like to add is a little nutmeg. I like fresh nutmeg, but if you don't have fresh nutmeg, please, by all means, use powdered nutmeg. But we're only going to use just a touch, and that will make people say, what is that flavor? While I've got this going and it's beginning to thicken up, you can actually start seeing the bottom of the pan a little bit. Not a lot. You get glimpses of it here and there. So while that's going, I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of garlic powder. Not garlic powder. This is more like granulated garlic. Because garlic powder to me is way too fine. And it does, it clumps up to me some. So you can also whisk this if you don't want to stir it. You can add you can whisk it. It's all the same. And I'm also gonna go ahead and add my black pepper. Wishing I had some fresh cracked pepper. How much pepper? I don't know. Listen, my family, we like pepper, we like garlic. So I add according to what my family likes. When you add yours, add it to what your family likes. If your family aren't pepper lovers or salt lovers or garlic lovers, then only add a touch, or don't add the garlic at all. Now, I'm just cooking this a little bit, and if you look into this pan, you can actually start seeing the bottom of the pan just a little bit. That tells me can you see those? Can you see that? But that tells me that it's beginning to thicken, and we're almost ready to add our Parmesan cheese. I'm just making a mess all kind of ways on this stovetop. That's okay. So now look, I got my trusty microplane, and I'm gonna grab a piece of nutmeg. There is one in here that I've been using, so I'm trying to use that one. And I like whole nutmegs. I don't really prefer nutmeg powder, but I'm gonna go ahead and just grate a little bit of this nutmeg over. You see that? Just a touch, just enough to say that you added it. Not a lot at all, because you're not trying to make it taste like nutmeg. You're just trying to say, what is that flavor? What is that I'm tasting? And that's what nutmeg does. And so now we stir, and it's getting thicker and thicker because I'm seeing the bottom of the pan even the more. And we are almost at our Alfredo sauce. Imagine that. It's just that quick and that simple. I had a friend one time ask me how to make Alfredo sauce, and she did not believe me when I told her how simple and how easy it was to make. And when she did it, she was like, oh my goodness, I'll never buy Alfredo sauce again. Right. I mean, could you? Yes, because it's really simple and really easy, but why? So now our actual sauce is actually ready. We're going to turn this eye off. We're going to turn this off. And then we're going to start adding our Parmesan cheese in stages, right? And the reason why you're adding it in stages is because what you don't want to do is you don't want to have a lump of cheese in the middle of it. So you want to go slow with adding your cheese. So you want to add some cheese and then stir it just until that all melts. And then you want to add some more. Again, we're doing this in stages. Add some more, stirring it all along, because if you don't, your cheese will become clumpy. just like this. Yes. Oh my goodness. This is looking good. You see how thick that is? How thick it's getting? That's what you want. You want that nice thickness. Now, notice I didn't add any salt to this. And the reason why I didn't add salt is because Parmesan is salty on its own. So, you want to make sure that you add your cheese and then you add your salt so that you're not over salting it. So now, look, this is Alfredo sauce. Now, could you use white pepper in this? Yes. To me, my personal opinion is white pepper has a different flavor. So because white pepper has a different flavor than black pepper, that's the reason why I use black pepper, because that's what I like. Now, if you're thinking this is too thick, add a little bit more cream, heavy cream. If you don't have any more heavy cream, you can use a splash of milk. Hold on for a second. My pasta, I believe, is ready. Because it's talking loud. It's talking louder than you guys are today. So I want to make sure that this pasta is loud. And I'm actually using two different types of bow tie pasta. I had some mini bow tie pasta. Yes, it's ready. I had some mini bow tie pastas. And then I had regular size, and I just threw them all in. Now remember, you also salted your pasta. That's another reason why you don't want to salt your Parmesan cheese just yet. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to drain this, and we're going to add it to our Alfredo sauce. Keep looking at our Alfredo. Yum. All right, now I didn't drain all of my pasta water off because that'll help thin this out just a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour that. Look. Oh, yum. Look at that. And of course the pasta water is going in and it's gonna thin it out just a little bit. And so, look. Yes, for the pasta. Yes, for the pasta and the pasta water. And we're gonna go ahead and get that in there. Now, you might be saying, Trey, you're just gonna have pasta and Alfredo sauce? Absolutely not. So you can, at this point, add whatever you like. You can add some broccoli, some spinach. If you're adding broccoli, cook it just maybe a few moments, blanch it a little bit, throw it in so it stays nice and bright. If you are adding spinach, don't cook it. Drop it right into the hot pasta and the hot Alfredo sauce. I just so happen we're having, I sauteed up some, these are chicken tenders right here. And this is squash and zucchini and some mushrooms and actually some shallots. And I'm going to add those into our luscious pan. Now, just so happen, the squash and the zucchini, straight from my garden. So, and since they were ripe, I said, why not? I've not ever done squash and zucchini in Alfredo, but why not, right? Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Oh my goodness. I am so ready. And just like that, you have your own pasta, your own Alfredo sauce. Chicken and vegetable Alfredo. How about that? That's what we're going to call it. And I, again, did not add any salt because in my mind, the pasta is salty and the Parmesan is salty. So I'm just going to spoon up some right here just for a little taste. And you also want to garnish this with once it's all said and done, garnish this with a little parsley. I forgot to go grab the parsley out of the garden, but you can definitely do that. I did not add anything spicy into this. Once I taste it, we may add a little health flakes. I don't know. If you want something spicy, definitely add it in there. It'll be good. But I did not. So I'm going to go in for trying to get a perfect bite. I got a little mushroom. I got a little squash and some chicken. So we're going to go in. I know it's a big old piece of chicken. Let's see. Doesn't need anything. The only thing I would add is I would probably add just a touch more nutmeg. Other than that, this is right. Again, I didn't add any salt because the salt from the pasta is right on point, right on time. The chicken, of course, I salted it. When you're ready to reheat this, if you do this in advance and you're ready to reheat it, you can do one or two things. You can add a touch of milk, turn it on, add a touch of milk, and stir it. Whole milk, not half and half, not 2%, whole milk. Add that, and you can definitely make this dairy-free by using heavy vegan cream, like an oat or an almond. They have those out now in the stores, and this can totally become vegan-free. It can totally become dairy-free. You can use vegan Parmesan cheese, the same. I think what I'm gonna do is one day we're gonna come on and we're gonna do a vegan dish. I've been toying with some king mushrooms, and so we're gonna come on and do some stuff. Maybe some stuffed vegan bell peppers. I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully you'll try this. I'm gonna upload the video to my YouTube channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell so you'll be notified. And thank you so much for coming and making Alfredo sauce in my kitchen. Hopefully you try this. If you do, tag me. I love to see it, and I love to show everybody else that you've done it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I love you. So big hugs and tight squeeze. Until next time. Bye-bye.